Next up is someone very familiar. Of course, it's our friend, our sister, our daughter, our dear advocate, Ms.Wala Blegay. Come on up, Wala. Well, we're going to continue to be blessed. dancers. And remember, for more information on Connections, visit their website at www.connexionSBTN.org. Connections, weren't they amazing? Weren't they amazing, guys? Let's give a hand clap for Connections youth dancers. So, once again, I am Sade Dennis, your MC for the evening, and give you guys yourselves a hand clap for coming out, right, to support our girl Wala. Hand clap. Okay, sounds good. So next, again, our friend Wala Blegay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want to welcome everyone today for Night of Elegance. We are in a beautiful, beautiful facility. And this is one of our own, Miss Jackie Thompson. Jackie, are you here? Put your hands up so everyone will see it. She owns this art gallery, one of our own residents of Prince George's County that owns a beautiful facility that we are in. I actually would ask, we have limited seating, and I do apologize. This space is not, it's not big for many seats, but we have our seniors here. So I want to ask any seniors that we have here that if you all could come and sit down on this side, because we want to make sure that we open up seating for any of our seniors. So please, if you need a seat, especially for our seniors, we want to make sure that you are not standing, that you have somewhere to sit. Now, I just want to thank Connections for coming out. Let's give them another hand of a clap for our youth and the amazing work that they've done. And that's what I'm about, supporting our youth, supporting those in our community. And that's why I wanted to work with Andy to make sure that they came and performed. And also, with my African background, I always want to highlight where I'm from. And our main sponsor, Miss Annie Wright. Miss Annie, can you come up? Miss Annie Wright, she was the one that put this event together. When we came here, she said, we got to have something here, and we're going to support our own Jackie. So thank you, Miss Annie. Miss Annie will be coming back speaking later, but I want to thank you so much for your support. But most of all, I just want to tell you all, and of course, like I said, more seats. Don't let me get in your way if you want to come on this side. This event today is about honoring community leaders who have made us. Running this campaign really since June, a little before that. And I'm going to be later talking to you all about my platform and what I believe in and why I believe strongly that we need someone, an advocate like myself, and the county council for District 6. I want to thank all of you for your support, for you encouraging me. This is a very competitive race, but over time I will be explaining to you all what we need in order to take us to the next level. So right now, I'm going to turn it back to our wonderful mistress of ceremony, Miss Sade.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to begin to have our honorees as well. And, we are excited this year because we have some amazing honorees who, really deserve to be mentioned and to be highlighted. Up next, our friend Stephanie. Is she in the building? Stephanie Nwogu? Are you here, Miss Stephanie?
Miss Ebony World.
Miss Ebony World. Miss Ebony World, are you here? Okay, well, she is actually very close. If she's not here, she'll be here very close. So, do we want to move on to our next honoree?
Yeah. But before that, I wanted to recognize, do we have Miss Guinea here? Miss Guinea and Queen Mother Guinea? Okay. Oh, come on up. Thank you all for coming. This is it's so nice. We wanted to make sure that they came. I actually spent a good time with the Ghanaian community when for Independence Day, and that was 2 weeks ago. And I met these two beautiful women. And thank you all for coming and representing the culture. We appreciate you and the support. So thank you so much. Did you want to say anything? Okay.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nicole Jessica Camara. I'm the reigning queen of Miss Guinea North America, and this is the Queen Mother. We are here. Thank you for having us here. And we are here to support Wala and your race. And I hope everybody is enjoying the evening. And thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for you all coming here for the support. And then we also had a singer from one of our local recording artists, Question One. Is Question One here? Okay, we're just running, it's hard. And again, everyone, please don't be afraid to come on this side. We definitely have space over here. And is Miss Stephanie, Miss World, Miss Ebony World, are you here? Okay, all right. So now we're gonna get into the meat of today, the honorees, and I'm turn it back to our host. I do want to say that we do have food here and drinks. Drinks in the back. Deshaun, raise your hand. Deshaun is in the back. If you want some wine, we make sure we have some wine for people who want some a little bit of spirits. You all can head in the back for some wine. And we do have food around. We definitely will have time for people to mingle. So we want to make sure this will not be a long program. It will be a quick program. But we definitely want to make sure that you guys know that you can still get a little bit of food and some drink if you want to. All right.
All right, we're moving along in our program. Our first honoree, and again, if Ms. Stephanie Nwogu is not here, we're going to move on for right now. Dr. Lakeisha Blocker.
Dr. Lakeisha Blocker. So hold on, let's hold on for a second, 1 minute. We need to get the certificates up. And before we do that, I just wanted to state why I decided to honor each of the individuals here. All of the individuals that I honored, I've worked with. I've seen their work ethic. I've seen their dedication to the community. I've seen what they've done and why they are committed. For community work, we don't get paid for that, right? Most of us, even if you're getting paid pennies. But you're doing it because you want to make a difference in the community. And this is what we're focused on here, making a difference in the community and making sure that those who make a difference get their flowers while they're here with us. So I'm definitely spending my time to put certificates together for those who I believe are making a difference in the community. And I think we have our certificates in the back. Somebody can get it for us. And while we're doing that, hold on. Let's get the.
Absolutely, and also remember, restrooms are in the back as well. We have refreshments. Please feel free to do that. And DJ, can we get a little bit of music while we get ourselves assembled here? And remember, guys, seniors, there's a seat here for anyone who needs a seat. Absolutely. And so we're going to be started very momentarily, guys. Enjoy some music and some refreshments. Feel free to do that. And remember, the restrooms are in the back. Thank you for your patience. We'll be starting very, very, very shortly. is Miss Stephanie Nwogu. Miss Stephanie? Miss Stephanie Nwogu. Isn't she lovely? And she's going to say just a few words.
All right. Good evening, everyone. How you guys doing tonight? A night of elegance, right? I think you guys understood the assignment. Well, I'm so honored to be in your presence this evening. My name is Stephanie Nwogu, as mentioned earlier. I am Miss Ebony World 2020. I had the pleasure of running during a pandemic, and I'm just glad for God's graces upon me, and they allowed me to continue my reign through 2022. So I'm just glad to be amongst such distinguished and phenomenal leaders in the community. And that's one of the reasons why I ran for Miss Ebony World, to be a community leader, to stand for the things that my parents fought for. As a first-generation immigrant, as Wala, I think we share the same background, where our parents migrated and we saw the struggle, we saw the hardship they faced starting from scratch, had everything back home, and then migrated here for a better opportunity for themselves and to create a better path for their children. And I'm a testament to that, because without my parents, I would be nothing. And then more importantly, without my village, my community, I would be nothing. And so I'm grateful to stand amidst you guys this evening, because it gives me more drive to be better, to do better, to forge greater opportunities and create opportunities for young ones like me to follow suit. With Miss Ebony World Organization, one of my duties is to bridge the gap between women within the African communities and the African diaspora, because so often than not, we find, even though we may think differently or have different ideologies, our principles and the baseline is always still the same: to come up as people and forging a gap between women, strong women like myself, and Wala, and some of you ladies here, and even men too. You guys helped a lot. It's important for me to stand and promote that each and every day as I wear this crown. Beyond the crown, what Miss Ebony World has allowed me to do is to present my platform, which is the Shine Africa Project. The Shine Africa Project is a holistic mentorship program for the youth of Africa to help cultivate and help cultivate and breed and foster different opportunities from the homegrown skills that our youth already have, in addition to the education that they go through, whether it's through the school system or trade school. We try to pinpoint a lot of their skill sets that's natural and help them breed opportunities to create jobs or link them with our mentorship groups that will help them, start businesses. And so with Wala, I know her drive and her passion is community and business, and that's what allows me to look up to her, because one day I'm going to be her. One day, because she's done so many great things in this community. I'm just honored to be around you guys tonight. So thank you so much for having me, and look forward to meeting and speaking with every one of you guys. Thank you.
Up next, we have a Miss Veteran American Cohort, Dr. Carla Cornegay. Are you here? Can you come up? Dr. Carla M. Cornegay. She is Miss Veteran American Cohort, and she's going to just give us some brief comments. Come on up.
I guess I should take off my mask. Sorry, everyone. At any rate, I just wanted to say thank you, Wala, for allowing me to be able to help you. She stands for what Miss Veteran America stands for: community service, helping those that are in need. Wala, I've seen, goes very, very hard. She's so busy, I can't keep up. But as a disabled American veteran, U.S. Air Force veteran, as a community and political advocate, I also ran for office for the Board of Education in Charles County back in 2014. So I'm all familiar with the political circle here, but I'm supporting her in a different county because I see her work ethic is beyond measure. And, excuse me, I can appreciate that I can appreciate you, and just glad to see all of you out here supporting her, because, you know, she is one that will do the right thing. She's not gonna just tell you what you wanna hear. She's gonna do the right thing for the county. So I'm glad to be here, thank you.
Next, our honorees.
Thank you so much, Ms. Carnegie. I just want to say, you know, we talked about focusing on our veterans, and that's a priority for me. We have those who have fought for us so that we can live comfortably here in the United States, and we are in a community that we have a lot of veterans. And any other veterans in the room? Raise your hand. Yes, Commissioner Irving. Yes, we have a lot of veterans here, and I just want to say to all of you all, thank you for your service. All right, let's give a hand of applause for that. So next we are about to do honorees, and we had a little delay here, but we are moving forward because that is what we're here for today. In addition to celebrating this campaign. So we want to start with our first honoree, Miss Peggy Morris. Miss Peggy Morris, please come up here. Woo! Peggy, we're talking about a sister supporting a sister. We have a true leader who has brought women together, women business owners. We all know that it's not easy to navigate, especially the corporate world, all of that, but Peggy has done it. She has brought many women. How many Sisters for Sisters are in the room? We got Sisters for Sisters in the room? All right. So, and Jackie was part of Sisters for Sisters. So we have our folks here. All right, yep, she is one. So we have one. We have so many people for Sisters Network, and that's what it's all about, connecting women so that we can support each other, and I am a proud member of Sisters for Sisters. You want to say? Oh, right, I appreciate you. You want to say a couple words, just 1 minute?
Yeah. Hi, my time is up. No, for those who do not know, I've known Wala since she was a baby. No, I'm only kidding. Probably about 10 years, and I just keep it sweet. We just love Wala. We support her. It's about us coming together and to support this woman. I have seen her work. I've seen her work. I've seen her work. So we're going to step up and make a difference. Wala, claim it. You got it.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. Let's take a quick picture. Thank you, Ms. Morris. Thank you. All right. Next honoree is Ms. Chris Ademiluyi. Come on, Ms. Chris. Ms. Chris has been an advocate in the African community. Talk about a supportive leader, someone who has said, Africans, we are in this community. We need to be a part of this community. We need representation at every level of government. Miss Chris has been important in my career, and her daughter is a judge in Prince George's County. Give her a round of applause. Miss Chris is head of UNAC and the United Nigerian Association here in Prince George's County. Actually, it's Maryland. It's the Maryland version. And she has been encouraging many leaders. Is Remy here? Remy do it? Remy's not here yet, but it's a lot of us, especially with Nigerian background. You know, my mother's from Nigeria. And we have someone like Miss Chris who is very encouraging and out there in the community. Thank you so much for your service. We appreciate you. Did you want to say just 1 minute?
Thank you all for coming. And I will call it Wala's evening. And my brothers and sisters, because that's what we are. We are brothers and sisters, and we have to support each other. Please, my brothers and sisters, don't forget the poll. The poll is for Wala. Talk to 5 friends. 5 friends talk to 5 friends. The next 5, and we'll put Wala on the seat. Please, my brothers and sisters, remember Wala. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. And let's take a picture. Miss Chris, you forgot your certificate. Let's take a quick picture. The next honoree is special to me. I actually went to school with her daughter and played lacrosse with her daughter, actually, Antoinette. The next one, and I've been working actually with Commissioner Harriet Irving for years. Thank you so much. And she's one of my sorors too. Any doctors in the house? Ooh. All right, so come on up, Commissioner Irvin. Commissioner Irvin has been, not only is she a veteran, she's a leader in our community. She has kept District Heights accountable. She's been out there. If you watch some of the commissioner hearings, you will hear Ms. Irvin out there pushing to make sure that they are doing what's right, and we appreciate you. In fact, right now, District Heights has like a veteran park dedicated to veterans, and it was just, I know that you were the #1 person behind that. So I appreciate your support, and I want to give you this, thanking you so much for all you've done in the community. You want to say a couple words?
Very briefly. I want to thank Wala for this honor. It's one of the few I've gotten since I've been a civilian. I've worked for the military for 32 years at Walter Reed. I was in the military for 26 years, and I worked 10 years with the Wounded Warriors. And so it was awesome. When I retired, I was like, I don't want to go home, but they closed Walter Reed, so they made me leave. And there were so many of me at other installations until they didn't have a position for me. So when I went home, I said, guess what? You're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. And I'm a solution type person. So I got active in my community and loved every minute of it. I know my purpose God has given me is to serve others. And he's blessed me and made me able to do that. So whatever I get, I'm supposed to share with someone else. So Wala, I met, like I said, she went to school with my daughter. And also she did chat with a lawyer in the city. So she's like another daughter, you know, and St. John's was the high school they all went to. So I want to thank you for this honor and best of luck on your election.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. Let's take a quick picture. All right, who's next? And the next one is my special one, Miss Annie Wright. Come up here. Miss Annie has been a leader in the community. Thank you so much. Focus on mental health. She even opened up a mental health center. We went to Liberia together where we were finding a place to actually open up a medical center in the rural area for Liberians. You talk about someone who is dedicated and dedicated, always calling me with different options of how we save the community, what we do to do great things. And you've been a sister to me. I appreciate you. You know, when I look at you, I almost want to cry. Because I think about my dad. When my dad said, don't go to Liberia, go swinging your purse in the street. So, so thank you so much for everything. You know, I love you and I really appreciate you and what you did for me today. I will never forget it. Thank you. Okay, the next one is a new friend of mine, Miss Linda Ivy Lewis. You talk about a true leader. You all see what the Cameron Grove community did on 214 when they stood up and said no. And this woman was one of the leaders behind it and has been a leader in the community for many years. I only wish, is Thurman here? I only wish Thurman was here so we could just talk about just all the great community work that you've done. And I appreciate you. We need more leaders like you. It's not easy, especially, you know, you calling me like we're planning a rally and we're doing all this stuff. And I'm thinking here like it's not easy, but you've done it. So we thank you for your standing up and your community. Do you want to say one more?
1 minute. If anybody knows me, you know I can't talk 1 minute. But I told my son and my new senior circle, I invited them to come out. My son said, "Mom, you've been honored before." I said, "Yeah, that was when I was a baby. I'm now old." And this young lady, she calls me every day. I love my community, always have been, and my work for DC government for many years was Director of Community Relations. And I learned that you reap what you sow. And what you put in there to grow and nurture comes back to you. So this lady here, obviously, has reaped the harvest of all the hard work. She has worked me on the phone for the last week. But I thank you. If you want to get to know why your quality of life is what it is, it's because people like Wala have made a commitment and they have a purpose. I do believe in divine intervention, so I know that's what sent you in my life, but her purpose is to work with the community. And she's shown me that through her work with domestic violence, through her work with the Nurse Association. She cares about the quality of life. So we have a board member here from Cameron Grove who decided to pull me out of retirement. And Wala and Thurman, her friend who contacted me, I want very much you to know that you have not just the character, but the integrity, the determination. When we start yelling, just say no, guess who was out there on the front line with us? Ms.Wala. She cares about the seniors, she cares about the community, and that's what I'm looking for in the candidate for District 6. So I wish you much success. I thank every one of you for coming out, but especially my good old friends.
In the house. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Ivy Lewis. This is what we need in our community. And I want to say Cameron Grove is in the house, and they're fighting. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming by, and I'm going to be fighting right alongside you because we will not put development that does not make sense in our communities. All right. Next honoree is Miss Jacqueline Thompson. Come on up. She allowed us to use her facility and always said, you know, if you need anything, let me know. Thank you so much for what you're doing in the community. I want to say this. Miss Thompson told me a story about how they had to fight to come into this facility. And they were business owners in our community, living in our community. That is a common thread among many business owners in the county, that they say that if they live here, they look like us, they do not get to be able to get it easy. And we have outsiders come in and have almost a red carpet rolled out for them. We're gonna stop that because it is time that local business owners, people who live in our community, ain't that right, Peggy, should have it easy. You should be able to open your brick and mortar right in your community so we can bring generational wealth into our community. Thank you so much, and thank you for having us.
Go, Jackie.
All right, go, Jackie. You want to say it? I'm sorry.
Thank you, Wala, for everything you do. Thank you.
And make sure you all support Overdue Recognition. Tell your friends, come back, purchase something. It's really important for us to support our own. Thank you all so much for everything. All right, and while I'm doing this, I want to give a shout out to Print Depot, Mr. Drew. Raise your hand. Mr. Drew has been just always, you see my beautiful signs, everything that I got. This man, I'm doing it right through our local printer right here. So I said, you know, Mr. Drew said, don't be going out of town to somebody in Florida. I said, you know what, I got you. So I'm gonna do it right in my district, right in District 6. All right, next one. Mr. Hank Arrington. This is one of our leaders in our community who honestly has been around for a long time. He was one of the first black mayor of Seat Pleasant, and I'm actually lucky to have his son as one of my really good friends. But I want to invite Mr. Mark Spencer out here, who is going to be accepting the award because Mr. Hank Arrington could not come here today. But I appreciate, he's been teaching me about the history of Prince George's County, and that's something we're missing. And hopefully Ms. Tigner, when she comes up here, she's going to give us a little highlights of why, this county changed from a different rural county did not have none of us here were open to many of us in this county, but that changed. And Mr. Arrington was part of the leaders, opening the way so that African Americans like myself will have an opportunity. So I want to thank Mr. Arrington, and I would like you, Mr. Spencer, accept the award on his behalf, and let him know that we appreciate him for opening the door for someone like me. Did you want to say a couple words?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Spencer, as you heard. I'm a local attorney. We're so excited. Oh, I can? Okay. And we're so excited about Wala's pending ascension to the county council. We think that that infusion of blood, new thinking, is going to be so much needed, and we're so excited. I'm happy to see my old friend Dr. Tignor here, and Wala's exactly right. She represents, generational wisdom, just like my friend Hank Arrington, who I met more than 30 years ago as a WSSC commissioner, trying to fight to make sure that minority businesses do business with the Suburban Sanitary Commission. They were trying to kill that program. And from that point to this, he's always been a champion for Black entrepreneurship, minority equality and fairness, political empowerment, and he's still doing it. He extends his apology. He couldn't be here this evening, but again, on his behalf, I want to thank you all and thank Wala for really doing the right thing and recognizing somebody who really is an unsung hero. And again, I see Dr. Tignor here, so she has her own story. Good evening to you all, and once again, we know big things are coming for Wala, and we're really excited about that. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you. We're in the midst. When I first got involved in the county, Mr. Spencer doesn't know, I sat at a church event, and he was running for state's attorney at that time, and I need to make sure people know that I'm in the room, and I'm here to actually talk about resolutions. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, okay, can we get a picture? Actually, Mr. Spencer, I'm sorry, we didn't get the picture. Sorry about that. Thank you. Sasha always keeping it straight. Thank you. All right, let's do it.
Take a few more.
He wanted his picture taken.
Thank you so much. Again, thank you. Thank you. I'm really glad. I've been a fan for a long time. Thank you so much. I definitely just saw, before we talk about the next honorees, I did mention when we're talking about just some of those African leaders who are running. Remy is here. Remy, can you raise your hand? Everyone see you? Running for, right in actually this district. This is 23B, running for a delegate right here. And I saw Mr. Grogan. Mr. Grogan, you running for something? All right. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. So our next honoree here is Reverend Jerry Jones. Come on here. But y'all know Mr. Jones, Reverend Jones and I, we share a common friend. His fighting sister, one of the nurses I represent, Mary Jones Bryant, and I got to know this man, and I really have admired him. His advocacy in the community. He's been on the faith initiative boards in the county. He's been involved in a lot of outreach in the county for those in the community. Reverend Jones, thank you so much for all you've done in the community. It's not easy, but you continue to do it. You said, I'm going to do it even if it's 5 people in the room. And I appreciate you and all you've done. So here's your award. Did you want to say a couple, just one more? 1 minute?
I want to thank you very much, Wala, for your outstanding work in our community. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the pastor of Servants for Christ Baptist Church in Fort Washington, Maryland. I met Wala, and when I met her, I fell in love with her spirit. I interviewed her on my broadcast. I have broadcast a Servant for Christ called The Gospel Truth. And I have over 185 videos. That was a very fascinating interview because it got a chance to uncover all the programs, the ideology, the philosophy that she espouses as she ascends to District 6 seat. And so we're very proud of the work that you're doing, and I'm going to continue to support you I'm going to continue to advocate for you. I have these broadcasts in Washington, D.C., where I serve as executive producer. I serve as executive producer of broadcasts in Prince George's County. We're going to give you our church platform to use. And I challenge everyone in here to do something to help this wonderful woman that has a great ideology, philosophy, and knows indeed how to treat people. I'll end with this. I've been involved in a lot of campaigns. Marion Barry, Charlene Giles, people in Washington, D.C., Angela also Brooks, people in Prince George's County. I have never seen any candidate in the midst of a campaign stop, take time to honor the citizens of the community. That is beautiful. We thank God for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I just want to say I have this lovely gown today. Thank you. And I want to thank, I have to thank Ms. Uche from OMAC Designs for making the dress for me. She did this overnight. She said, I'm gonna have something for you because I want you to look nice. And I appreciate you so much. I love you so much, Uche. Yes, yes, yes. Next, we have Renee Clark. Come on up here. You know what, honestly, I just want to tell you what, I am just so, I'm so impressed with Miss Clark. Is it Dr. Clark or Miss Clark? Okay, Dr. Clark one day. She said, I'm going for Good Trouble. What's the name of it? Good Trouble. We are going to make a difference in the community. I sat, on first day of school, we were at Kettering Middle School, a school that she has decided to adopt. And we're going to do all types of projects to help our community. This is what we need. We need someone who is going to dig into the community and say, what's needed and how can we help? And I've had multiple discussions. We even had a discussion just talking about what was going on nationally and locally and how to make a difference. Ms. Clark, we need more like you. Thank you so much for your support.
Hey, welcome everyone. If you remember the late John Lewis, Congressman Lewis, and in his words, when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, we have to do something. So I want to charge all of you to get involved in the community because it's going to take us to make the change in the community. So thank you, Wala, for jumping right in there to donate the hand sanitizers for the children. And good luck on your campaign, and I will be there to support you. And thank you for this award. Okay? I appreciate it.
I don't see anything like it. I really haven't. Not in the middle of the campaign.
All right. Well, we have our next one. Reverend Juan Wilder. Come on up here. I'm telling you all, this is the hardest working pastor in Prince George's County. Impact One. We went there to give back to the community. Let me tell you, they had it on lock. Like when we came in, everyone came in for their food. They told us where to stand. And they say they do this every week, even twice a week sometimes, making a difference. He even called me the other day because someone in the congregation needed support and help. And this is, what was that, like 9, 10 o'clock. But he said, I'm gonna keep calling through my Rolodex. I'm calling everyone until I can get the change. These are the leaders that we need in our community. And I'm so impressed with you. We're gonna keep working with you. Thank you so much for all you've done in the community. You want?
Listen, I'll just say, this is really a team award. My wife is here, thank God for her. Melody, wave your hand, Aisha. And then also, Chastity, one of our ministers is here. One of the reasons why I was calling you that late. She's actually in the room, and so we thank God for her and her husband. But listen, because of this partnership with Wala and with so many great leaders here, we've been able to distribute 300,000 pounds of food this year alone. Good. 6,000 families have been blessed. And what I love about Ms.Wala is she don't come to just take pictures. She's out there putting watermelons and bags of grocery and packing onions and potatoes and making sure that our Prince Georgians eat, that we fight world hunger. So I'm thinking we're here in the fight with you. We're going to roll our sleeves up, and we're going to see to it that not only that you get to that seat, but we want to keep you there. All right?
Yeah, amen.
So thank you.
Thank you. Outstanding.
So much.
Good shot.
All right, thank you so much. Now we're going to bring our beautiful lady here, Dr. Lakisa Blocker. Come on up. I just want to tell you all, I've gotten to know this lady for a couple years, and I want to say, you're talking about a leader where it's needed. She is an epidemiologist. She is working hard to make sure what diseases do we have in our community and how do we make sure we save our community. You know, one time she even called me distressed because she saw the numbers were rising, and she's just like, we have to save people's lives here. That's the one. You want someone, a leader that's stressed because they're like, how do we make a difference? How do we save lives? And that's what I love about you, is that you are truly committed to making a difference, and making a difference to save our lives. This is like life or death here. And it's someone like you, and you all know I have my health forum, and she helped me put that together, put like great doctors and physicians on a panel that spoke about really important issues. It was a great discussion. A number of us were there, and we were like, wow, we didn't even know. I myself, a leader in the community, walked away like taking notes, like we've got work to do. So thank you, Dr. Blocker. You're a friend and a sister, but you're a leader, and I want to make sure that you bring all your work to Prince George's County. You go ahead and leave DC and come right on to Prince George's County and do all your work there. They've had enough. We've had enough. They've had enough of you. So we'll this. So you want to say a couple words?
Good evening, everyone. I've shared many rooms with Wala, and I'm a healthcare avid, but she is a true advocate for the people, and she do not take no for an answer.
That's right.
She is a servant. She's a great friend. She's an awesome leader, and she's going to serve Prince George's County. And guess what? I'm going to be right there beside her.
And Dr. Blocker brought Mom. Mom, are you proud? Very proud, right? Well, let's take a quick picture. All right, thank you, Dr. Blocker, for everything. Now I have my favorite lady, Miss Deanna Forrester. Deanna, come on up. We are talking about, you are looking at it, she looks so young, you're probably confused. She is the president of the Metro Washington Council, Labor Council in the district and all throughout the DMV. This woman, someone, when they put her name up and said Deanna, people were saying, well, she's kind of young. But when she got in, she has been a fighter. She's been out there at every rally pushing labor issues, pushing all of the things that we need. So I do want to thank you so much for your advocacy, for you encouraging union leaders. I mean, I work for DC Nurses Association and consider myself to be a labor leader. And it's not easy. You know, the odds are often against us, but you have been out there pushing. And I really, really appreciate everything that you've done. So thank you so much. You want to say a couple words?
Yes, I'm looking at you like, if you make me cry, because I'm such a crybaby. The first thing you said, my grandmother used to say to me, as I was thinking when I came here, because I haven't had a chance to work in my garden for a while. My grandmother had a rose garden, because she said, you better plant your own roses, because they only give them to you when you die. And then when you said, don't wait, and to come here tonight and be honored. I haven't been able to work in the yard since I've been president. I'm going to mow the grass tomorrow. But the hard thing isn't running, Walter. And you know it was hard to run. But being elected is harder. But I know you got that burn in you. When someone says, you know, you don't take no for an answer, everybody in the audience was like, she sure don't. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Look at that dress. I asked her what to wear. She didn't tell me what she was wearing.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Deanna, for all of your work. Ms. Forrester, our leader and our local labor leader. All right. The next one, and we have a couple more, but this one is very special to me. I've known this lady now. We started, when I met her, she was ready to work. Vice Mayor Cynthia Miller from District Heights was ready to work on day one. I had my show chat with the lawyer in District Heights, and she said, I want to help you promote that. We need to get out in the community, get the lawyers in the community to make a difference. And, you know, it's one of those things, not only was she head of the MML, the Prince George's County Municipal League, but she has been just a leader and fighter. And she didn't take no for an answer. She says, okay, I'm going to keep running. I'm not going to be mayor. Now I'm vice mayor, right? We went from Commissioner Miller to Vice Mayor Cynthia Miller. Thank you so much for your commitment to the community. Don't worry. I know you work hard and people are watching. I'm watching. So thank you so much. You want to say a couple words?
So Wala, we've known each other for a while now. We've advocated for Chat for a Lawyer again in District Heights, and toy drives, and just giving back to the community. And Wala always have that great spirit. And one thing I do like about Wala is when we plan an event, sometimes people don't connect until the last minute. We always connect. And so I really appreciate that. Wala, you're gonna do great things, and I am for you. And I also think that your dad is looking down on you, and he wants great things for you too. So, hey, good luck, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. My dad was such a fan of yours. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to hold back tears. Next is a leader, a great leader in the community. And actually, I talked to someone and they said he is Mr. District 6. But it is Mr. Phil Lee. Phil Lee has been working in the community in District 6 in Prince George's County for a long time. He's focused on the youth in the community through the organization CPAC. When we talk about juveniles, when we talk about the most frustrating part about, when we talk about the school system, is really making sure that our youth get the support, especially the youth that don't have the support network. And Mr. Lee could not be here today, but I'm asking my good friend, Ms. Sharon Taylor, to come up and accept the award on his behalf. But I also, a good friend of his, and I told her, I said, I'm going to invite her, and I want her to say a couple words too. It's Ms. Jones Sizemore. Can you come up too? A good friend of Mr. Lee. And he, I told him, he said, I want her to be there so that she can also be a part of this award. Mr. Phil Lee, many of you all, especially for those, and I know Mark and many of you all here know who he is and the great work he's done. So I'm going to turn it over to Miss Sharon Taylor, who he's asked to speak to accept the award on his behalf. Thank you, Miss Taylor. And this is also our secret sauce in our team. I just want to let you all know that Miss Sharon Taylor has been amazing, and you all don't even know. I'm learning a lot about being a candidate and having the right message. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Love you.
Thank you so much. Only Phil would have two people accept his award. So there is a poem by the name of not things about the thing, but the thing itself. And I think if you think about Phil, anybody who knows Phil knows that he's a couple of things. Like all of us, he is fabulous and frustrating. But that frustrating thing, that title, I think, invites us to consider the distinction between reality and our interpretation of reality. So that frustrating part about Phil fades away. What doesn't fade away is Phil's love for Prince George's County, his commitment to his community, and his love for the children of Prince George's County, no matter what. And for all the times that I've known him, I'm sure before I knew him when I came to Prince George's in 2004, and for however long he is able to do it. I know that Phil has made a difference in the life of children and families in this community. And so for all that fabulous and frustration, I salute him with all my heart. He is a terrific Prince George's Countian, and he deserves this award. Thank you, Wala.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Doesn't she just speak so greatly? We should have her speak at all points. Thank you so much. And Ms. Jones, did you want to say a couple words about Phil since he couldn't be here? I thought it would be great to have you say a couple words.
Hello, everyone. How are you? I've known Phil for over 25 years, and I just can't believe how one person can be everywhere, seemingly all the time. I think he has clones, honestly. He's involved with the youth. He's involved with the schools. He's involved with county and local police departments, and our community. And I can just say, honestly, from my heart, I know that he is a dedicated person who has our county at heart. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And Ms. Jones actually is one of my neighbors. That's like, wow, she lives right in Kettering in my community. Thank you so much for coming. Last but not least, is Miss Margaret White here? And I know Ms. White said that she might not be able to make it, but Miss Margaret White, I wanted to make sure we shout her out because she's been head of the Millwood community. Any Millwood community members? I know there's one here. But Millwood community, she's been the active leader in that community and has not taken no for the answer. And I knew that she might not be able to come here today. She is 90 years young. And so we definitely are happy to support her, and I'll be actually driving this over to her place to give her award. Actually wanted to shout out another local business owner that I just connected with. Is Mr. Easy here? Is he here? Mr. Easy? Oh, okay. Is he here? Well, yeah, we have have you all gone everywhere? Everywhere you go, you see his guy's stuff everywhere. Mr. Easy, how are you? Thank you for coming. Just wanted to quickly recognize you. Thank you so much. Yes.
Hi guys, thanks for coming. My name is Easy. I'm a real estate agent in the DMV area, and I'm supporting Ms.Wala. I hope you guys are supporting too. You're probably supporting today.
Yes, all right. Thank you so much for having us. And we have some other owners. I'm going to have Miss Roberta Brown Cooper talk about her business. But before that, I have one more person before we bring you up, okay? Miss B. Tigner. Dr. B. Tigner. We are so lucky to have her. She is going to be our speaker for tonight, talking about the importance of community service. But let me tell you this. We're standing in front of one of the first women senators in Prince George's County. We're standing in front of a school board member who was in the community for a long time. Ms. Tigner, when you talk about when I started looking at running in Prince George's County, everyone says, you got to talk to Dr. Tigner. Dr. Tigner can write the history of Prince George's County, especially when it comes to Black leadership in this county. She was the face of Black leadership in Prince George's County. When you were a senator, how many women were a senator with you when you were the city senator? Yeah, just two. There's two Blacks. Now we have almost a whole, we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet, but at the time, and what year was it when you were a senator? No, I mean, the reason why I'm talking about the year, because it matters. It was during the time that you did not see Black women in politics in Prince George's County. It was a man's room. It was a man's game at that time. But Dr. Tigner was there forefront. Before I bring Dr. Tigner up, Alonzo, Delegate Washington, why are you hiding in the back? What's going on? Delegate Alonzo Washington from District 22. Welcome on our side. Thank you for coming. He's a good friend of mine. I'm not going to embarrass him, but I've known this man when those dreads were really short. Okay, I wanted to give this to you, and thank you so much for your leadership in the community. And I want to take a picture, and we're definitely going to hear the words from you.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? Great. Well, let me just say good evening and congratulations to all of the honorees and sponsors who have come tonight. I sincerely hope each of you are enjoying this lovely evening. We've had a marvelous opportunity to honor some very important community service individuals who have and continue to assist the young and the old, male and female, who need assistance, whether it's medical, financial, or friend. Experience in community service is something that those who give it or those who receive it realize the importance of it. I encourage each of you, no matter your line of work, to participate in and include, at minimal, some community service. People or organizations do not have to be needy to value community service. However, community service should be a commitment if you want it to work. This means that one has to be responsible, experienced, and of course, interested. However, sometimes selecting or choosing the service in which you would like to work or the need you would like to select can be extremely challenging. I highly recommend that you not become a service provider just to be recognized. Providing community service, while often, as I've said before, challenging, can also be a very rewarding experience. Strategies used to maintain good and lasting community service calls for varying degrees of change. What works for one set of services, be it direct, indirect, or advocacy. In other words, what works for one group may not work for another group. So you may find the need to change your services based on varying educational support relationships. You may also find that finances can be a real challenge. So I recommend that to add to your success, you may want to become what I would refer to as grant savvy. In identifying grants for which you can apply, as well as grants that are unique and cover diverse services that you can extend to your community. Often it may become necessary to work with a partner who has similar interests in identifying the similar grant opportunities. I need a podium. Once you have chosen the field of grant work in which you are interested or see a need, you should identify how you will apply the grant if awarded. Community service can also include work-related responsibilities where government agencies and social services make appointments within their own agencies to work directly with grant writers. Community services as a field operation can often be created when people of similar interests have a genuine concern and get together, the dream is fulfilled. Community service is the place for anyone interested in building better relationship with communities. This will allow you to deepen with the people in your community anywhere they are. In short, your community will show up when you need them, advocate your cause, and tell you what they care about. You will grow your audience and gain insight from their conversation. In short, you must think about your priorities, discover what you want to do, then trust in yourselves and trust that your work will come to fruition. And finally, did you think that word was coming shortly? Okay, last bit. I do hope each of you will take the advantage of the times ahead of you, understanding that success is a journey, not a destination. Some of the best years of your life are about to happen. You are coming forward at a very exciting and challenging time. Society has thrown away a lot of the old rules, put some question marks in front of some of the old values, but it has given you a lot of options that you and others can use. That is a blessing, and now that is also a burden. It means you have to make your own rules, figure out your own values, What in fact do you really believe in? But what you believe in enough to struggle for, take risks for, stand up for your own particular kind of human dignity. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dr. Tigner, for everything. Let's make sure you get your award. Thank you for the encouraging words, and thank you for opening the doors to someone like myself. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, we did take a picture. Yes, we took that first. Thank you. But before we have some sponsors here today, and I wanted to recognize them and have them come up. But before they do, I wanted to just share with you all why I'm running. I have been an advocate in this community. I moved to Prince George's County over 20 years ago. And I started my advocacy even on the college campus with the NAACP, but I continue my advocacy in labor, working on behalf of workers' rights, and you all know that I represent nurses, where we fight every day to make sure that nurses have safe working conditions. In fact, some of my nurses are here. Can we have the nurses, some of the nurses, Miss Susan? We have some nurses here that came here tonight. Thank you all for your support. And you all know that I ran for delegate 4 years ago because I wanted to make a difference in my community. I had to show chat with a lawyer that I worked with in District Heights, and what we saw was that there were many issues in Prince George's County that were not addressed. We had civil rights issues, we have healthcare issues, we had consumer rights issues, all of those things that I said, I'm gonna tackle because I care. And that's why I did chat with the lawyer in district. Is Miss Angela Page here? I'm not sure Miss Page came back, but oh, Miss Page, come on up. We worked together with Miss Page because we had a predator in our community taking advantage of people, women in our community, telling them to give him money for loan modification. In fact, we had Miss Duckett who lost her home. And also Miss Angela, and that's how I met Miss Page. And Miss Page, look at the way this room is set up, all the chairs. Thank you so much for everything. But Miss Page and I connected there because he had tried to victimize her. She didn't lose her home, but someone else did. And someone else lost their home because of that. And I worked with Aisha Brayboy's office, state's attorney, to make sure that we got justice. And justice was 11 years that Mr. Whalen will not leave, will be in jail for 11 years. And actually, we're in Montgomery County now addressing some of the issues with the violation of probation. But that's the type of leader that I am, on the ground, working hard in the community to make a difference. And that's what I want to take to the county council. I want to make sure that District 6 is a better place. As I look at the leaders in Cameron Grove here who are fighting to make sure you don't change someone's zoning without talking to them. You don't do sneaky things to make sure that you can please someone that does not live in that community. It is time for transparency in our system. It is time for smart growth, putting things where people need it. We shouldn't have to go to DC and Virginia and Montgomery County to enjoy ourselves. We should be able to enjoy ourselves right here in Prince George's County.
That's right.
We need business leaders like Miss Jackie Thompson. This is a beautiful place. Imagine if we gave local business owners the opportunity to build in their community. We will be walking alongside places that people would have to travel to Prince George's County to see, because that's what we want. We want people to come to here so that we can get the tax dollars. Over 70% of the tax dollars in Prince George's County are on the backs of homeowners. Tax revenues coming in, we don't have a commercial tax base. So we had to, people were wondering, a councilman was trying to raise our taxes. We were outraged. I was like, what, in the middle of a pandemic? But the reality is that if we had to raise taxes, we're lucky now because we're getting millions of dollars coming in from the federal government because of the pandemic relief. If we did not have that, we would have to possibly raise the taxes. And let me tell y'all, I don't want my property taxes to go up. And what about you? Don't raise my taxes. So what we need to do in our community is build a commercial tax base in Prince George's County, somewhere that we can take advantage of, places that we can go. I want to be able to come here, go to the art gallery, go down the street to a nice restaurant, and be able to travel in my community and have the option. If I want to go out of town or out of the community, I can, but I should have the option to take advantage of things right in our community. We also have healthcare issues. That's why I work with Dr. Blocker on. We have healthcare issues in our community not being taken care of. If you live in a Capitol Heights community, District Heights community, where can you go to a clinic? There are dialysis clinics everywhere there. Where are the community health clinics that you can go to get the services? We have an increase, as she said, in a lot, and we talked about this at Health Forum. We're talking about a lot of increases in diseases in our community because we don't have the specialty care right in Prince George's County. We got a new hospital. It's time to build from that. So I'm committed to representing a transparent community, small business support for small business, and how about our seniors? A lot of seniors in my community have talked about having lack of services, but really senior affordable housing is a big thing. A lot of seniors don't want to live in the big homes. They want to come into a senior community, but it's not affordable. And it's one of those things that if you, and you know what, we were knocking on doors here and they said to me, someone said, what am I paying for? I'm paying high taxes. I'm in a school system that I take my kid to private school. And we also have, I don't have necessarily amenities around my community. So what are we paying for? Now we have a lot of good things in Prince George's County, but we're just trying to take it to the next level. We have, these places here, even Bowie Town Center are often frequent here, but we need more. We have the new hospital. So that's a good thing that we brought in the community, but we need more. We have the downtown Largo coming up, but we need to make sure and hold everyone involved accountable, including the developers, to make sure that they come through with the retail that was promised and they come through with all of the things that was promised. They're opening up the medical center, but we want to see more than that. Because right now, we don't have a downtown community in Prince George's County. We need to build that. So it's time for us to get a process going where we have a leader that's listening to people and working with those around us to get what we need in our community. And I'm committed to that. So I ask for your support. We're going to give you the QR code. Where's the QR code that we have? And of course, if you all can help me pass these out. If you all can take some time to donate to this campaign. We need the support. We are not going to get there without door knocking, without contributions. So this is a fundraiser tonight. We want to make sure people please contribute to this campaign. I am committed to you. My campaign is 100% from people in my community, in and around the community, and that's how we got to the goal we are now. We are not going to be competitive if we do not have the resources. So I'm asking you now, I'm not going for the big corporate person that's going to come in here and take away some of the things that we need in our community. I'm representing you. So I'm asking you all, and we're doing small donors, average donation in this campaign is about $50. So I'm asking you all, if you can give $50, $100, $25, whatever you can give to this campaign, I really appreciate you, and I would appreciate all of you all today. I want to thank all of you all for coming. We're going to have some of our sponsors come up who have been supported to this campaign. We are supposed to have Senator Benson supposed to be coming tonight, but I did know that she said that she had a lot of different things that she might be able to come. She most likely will be able to come. If not, and we're waiting to hear back from her, but I think that she might not be able to make it tonight. But she also wanted to talk about the community service and also recognize a lot of the leaders that were recognized tonight. So I'm going to turn it back over to our wonderful MC, Miss Sade Dennis. But I ask you all, I need your support and I need you to stand with me. So sign up. If you are, we will be reaching out to you all. We're door knocking, we're phone banking. We need help. We need a team that's going to help us get to the victory. We need to get to every poll in the community. So I need everyone to join in on this campaign. I really appreciate all of you and everything that you've done. But if you all can give another donation to this campaign, I would appreciate it. I love all of you. Thank you so much.
Hasn't this been so inspirational and so motivating? We are so grateful. I want to give a special shout out to our sponsors.